Bam, it's live. Okay. Peace, family. I don't know if anybody's going to join, but this is, I'm planning a scathing, just analysis and dissertation. It's really very strange for me because this, as I said many, many times, I never, ever, ever planned on doing what I'm doing these days. And it's real strange because I can't stop myself at all. So I'll give it a second for the couple folks to come on in and welcome you. And what was it that I was just thinking? I don't remember so much stuff that's going through my head over this topic of Brittney Griner and there's a whole bunches of it. I don't begin to know the details of. She's been exchanged for peace, brother Jared Allen. Shalom, my brother. Shalom. She's been exchanged for a Russian arms dealer who is responsible for a lot of deaths, and I don't know, and there portions of this I just don't give a damn, because my point is, like, I haven't seen too much of a hoopla amongst the people whom I'm subscribed to, and I'm subscribed to very, very few people. Please don't get insulted if I previously was subscribed to you and I unsubscribe. I don't want to fill my subscription scroll up with lots of stuff that I've got to just sort through, and it's all just not beneficial to me doing what is my volunteer duty. But because nobody else on the planet is doing what I do, I take it as it must be done. Oh, now I remember what I was going to say. I'm really happy today. I'm really happy today. Pace, it is my brother, Garin Wazen. Oh my God. Oh, okay, I see. And Sister Mayat speaks. It's good to see you, Queen. Love to you too. And so yeah, it's been raining too much up in my area, and that's interfered with my ability to run. And then my natural lethargy gets set in, and then I'm just like, why do I run? Am I crazy? And after a while, I'm just like, I don't think I'm going to be able to run. And then how old I am starts circulating through my mind, like, girl, you know how old you are? You know, there's a lot of people out there on all kinds of medications, and here you are thinking you are 25, which is basically what I feel like. And then this morning, I said, you best get out there and run. And I went out. I didn't do 5 miles because when I take off too many days, I'm like, okay, I'll start with 2. That's what I was going to do, just 2, but I did 3. And I feel phenomenal. And it happens each and every single time I do that. I'm just like, oh, sweet mystery of life, at last I found you. I promise I won't sing ever again. Not ever again, but at least in this share. So I'm really happy, because that's what happens. That endorphin cascade gets going. And then as old as I am, which I don't feel it, I'm just going by the legend of what 60 is supposed to feel like, because I don't feel that way. I feel phenomenal. So I just want to explain that away so people don't think that I'm on cocaine or something, because I definitely am not. I'm just on good life, good black love life. So let's get into it. And I'm not going to stay on this camera. I'm going to shut this down and go over to my laptop where I have all the information. And I could have just, put it on a thumbnail and put it here on my laptop, but I might have other stuff that I want to access over there. And so all my files are over there. But I did want to start out because the topic is Brittney Griner free? And of course, we know she's not. But I'm going to prove it because I recognize we have to lay out the evidence thereby. And this will be expansive. So if you're listening in later, listen all the way through. You don't have to donate a dime to me. You don't have to go out and buy my books. Not at all, until you recognize how valuable you are and that you actually need my books. Especially, let me get this one right here, Furnace of Affliction. There is no other book of its sort on the entire friggin' planet. That's gigantic, because goodness knows I am not the only mildly intelligent person out here. It's just that for some reason I put the puzzle pieces together about Fukushima, kept running into remedies one after another, and I said I need to put this all in one volume, and that's that volume. You'll find it. You could download the ebook for $20 on 25,000yearcycle.net. Okay, but in the meantime, watch the whole video, because I put some work in for you. I'm serious. Whether you don't owe me anything for that, because I do it because I love you. I'm not asking for anything back, but I'm just saying, if you value you need people like me to be out of our freaking minds enough that will work without any real substantial, like I'm working for us to survive Fukushima in substantial enough numbers that it is a non-factor. That's my goal. I haven't reached that yet because we need our food tested, right? But in the meantime, I ain't going to stop. I ain't going to stop. So encourage crazy people like me, okay? I wanted to share this right here, which I know you think that, what is she sharing? This is a little receipt that my king got. I think it was from Costco, one of them places. And I found this disturbing as heck. Refill and refresh in one trip. 20% off groceries after 5 pharmacy prescription trading stamps. Meaning you got to go back and keep getting your pharmaceuticals filled, and you get 20% off your daggone groceries. I was like, how many people are going in sick as hell enough for them to put a whole entire PR campaign together to profit off of all these people coming in sick as hell? That you need their prescriptions. I cannot emphasize it enough. Freedom is a healthy body. Freedom is being able to not be concerned that you don't even have aspirin in your house, which we don't. We don't have any pharmaceutical medications in our house whatsoever. And we're getting to be an age where people start saying, well, you're a little old, you're old lady, something. And no, that's not the way I feel. I'm like, there's things that I do around my house where I have to jump up on stuff and stand and, make sure I'm pivoted just the right way so I don't fall off or, whatever. I feel fantastic. My legs are phenomenal. And I've seen sisters who, like at my age and younger, they're like, getting down on the floor is a little painful. I'm sorry, I can't. And then getting up is a little hard. Oh my goodness. How the heck is that an entire system that these people can depend on for monetary increase in their monetary revenue? How the hell? Because Brittney Griner ain't gonna be free, and it all fits together when she come on back here. I've known about Brittney for a long time. As a matter of fact, salute to the white anti-nukers. I don't hate white people for being white. It's your system of lies that most of you are so friggin' flattered by. I hate your system and the individuals who are directly responsible for it. If it's the whole lot of you, then I guess maybe that would be it. I don't look at it as the whole lot of you because I know if you dudes, even a large percentage of you, understood about this, you don't want to have three-headed babies. You don't want to die either. But they're selling everybody this delusional narrative that us Black people wanting to just separate, say, okay, we good, keep all that over there, that bestiality, that all that stuff over there. They are selling everybody this, we gotta get to a big giant war and blow everything up because we just can't control ourselves because we're the unwashed masses. We're supposed to be the beast. We're supposed to start eating bugs. We're supposed to, like, don't bathe anymore. It's not necessary. It's just a couple of little, like room just destroying odors you'll be emitting on a constant basis, right? These people just constantly want everybody just at loggerheads, fighting. And I'm done with it. That's why I'm like, thank you, Most High, for the command to separate. Be ye a separate people. Hallelujah. Right? That just relieves us from, okay, we good. And we could just watch them do whatever they do. Though even we have to watch them because they're always coming at us because they don't want anybody to know there's an alternative to hell. Okay, so the white folks, you watching and all the rest of it, I ain't mad at you for being white. So salute to the anti-nukers. Going back to Kevin Blanche. Kevin Blanche had sent me, and I know there's a lot of people think he's crazy, and he just may be, maybe because he's so random, but I could be random too. But anyway, he sent me when Brittney Griner first was arrested, link saying, he didn't say you should talk about it, but he just said, did you know that this Black woman was arrested in Russia because one of the biggest accidents that are known is Chernobyl, but actually they have nuclear accidents constantly. The Chelyabinsk was the first one, and that just, whoa. And I knew. But when I went to look her up, I immediately saw the different reasons why. I was like, I don't care where she was arrested. Right? She could have been arrested inside Chernobyl. As far as I was concerned, I was not going to talk about her. Because she gay, right? She already is imprisoned in whiteism that makes her believe somehow or another dysfunction is normal, and that is the crux of this whole life. They are making evil fair seeming. Now, I'm not saying that homosexuals are evil, okay? But I'm saying that there are different concepts that they make seem as if, oh, this is your rescue. This is going to free you. So let's consider even the definition of freedom. When the Haitian Revolution was successful, at the end of it, the citizens of Haiti felt like freedom meant, oh, we don't have to do nothing now. And they found out quite shortly that that wasn't the case. And those in charge said, no, you dudes, you need to get back to work. They were like, no, we're free, right? And so freedom comes with responsibility. It's not as if, you could just do whatever the heck you want, including me with my running. I'm free in my own body, so I can do whatever. I can move. When I see my sisters walking on the street, some of them younger than me, and they can barely just put up a foot to step onto a bus step, right? They got walkers, they got canes. They ain't free, right? They ain't free. But it comes with a responsibility. And a lot of us are believing these hella weird stories where there's no, you know, guidance on how to challenge your resistance. I had resistance all the time it was raining. I was like, because I got my little stepper inside the house, and that thing is like build. I finally got leg muscles. I'm like, dang, where'd that come from? Okay, but it's hard. It's not easy, but it's my responsibility if I want to have freedom, so that I don't have to be concerned in my elder years about, there's so many things. I'm not worried about no cancer. I'm not worried about, I ain't got no arthritis. I ain't got any worries about fibroids, all sorts of issues and things I used to have, right? My cold sore, when something, it came back like for like a little, it was a teeny tiny little dot, like about maybe 3 months ago, and it was gone within a couple days. It used to, when I was eating all the crap that they keep recommending for everybody, it used to be there like once, 3 times a year, and this sucker is nasty. It's nasty. Right? Big old crusted thing. You've seen it on people's lips. It's nasty. I'm free. I'm free because I took the responsibility to change my diet. To and it was not an easy thing to do, but freedom is not easy. It's not easy, right? But we've been beguiled by these people, so we are in the middle of a prison and we don't even know. Brittney Griner is freer in the gulag over in Russia than she will be coming on over here. Okay, so now let me greet family that just came in. Beloved brother General Mosquito, how are you? And I think I got everyone. Oh, let's see what you're saying, Sister Maya. You're so right about the freedom in healing your own body. We have normalized freedom in disease. Yes, we have. And that even keeps going through my head because I'm grew up in the same hell we all did. Where even today now, when like I'm like, okay, I better get out, I better do that run. And then the little thoughts going through my head, like, girl, you old. What you doing? When you gonna stop? Not that I'm ever gonna stop. No, but that's part of what I grew up with. Once you reach 30, you stop moving altogether. All my aunts, my uncles, and or my cousins, you just stopped. And you just thought, well, you're going to slow down. You're going to get old inevitably. And I am just here to tell you, if that's what you don't want, then you don't have to have that. You just got to put that work in. All right. So let me just turn the cover up the screen over here, and I'm going to go on over to my desktop, and I'm going to mute my mic. I'll be right back in about, I don't know, like a minute. Okay. All right. Yeah. Oops. Hold on. I got to get rid of that echo. Hold on. There. Let's see. Yep. That worked. Okay. That's good. Now I can remove me one. There we go. And then it's just me too. No reference to that orchestrated feminism overload from a year or so back. Let's see now. I want to share the screen. There we go. Yeah. And there. And all right. Love it. Now, let's see. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. Let me show you the different things that I collected this time around because I prepared ahead of time. I collected stuff, but I'm not exactly sure where it is or what order I'm going to share it. But it doesn't matter because everything is connected, really. And so even the whole, and this is significant because I did say that Brittney Griner, I wish her no ill whatsoever. But when I did see that she is lesbian, I just was like, she's not, in my conclusion, my firm conclusion, going by the commands of the Most High, she's not helping us. And so I just was like, that's like a white woman who just got arrested, who in I'm not all homosexual people aren't going to be, smoking weed. But for her to not understand the country she was going to, and so that she would be caught with, I don't know how much marijuana was on her, but she would be caught with it in Russia. In Russia. Oh my goodness. That was such an arrogant, just inability to think through what the heck she was doing. And that is part and parcel of this whole homosexual agenda that they're peddling on Black us ad infinitum. And they're trying to make us the poster children of every single dysfunction out there, especially, like the homosexuality, but also transgenderism. You go to these different sites and the first person on the page is a Black man in a dress. And so these are things that are being superimposed on us, so that when we contemplate separation, a lot of us will hesitate. We'll hesitate because we'll just think, well, how am I going to be able to find a significant mate? And that is up to the one and the only, first and foremost. And I do comprehend that a lot of us, he's waiting, he's preparing you to be ready so that the one he has designated for you, you're not going to reject them, because you could have the same kind of, like short-sightedness that, I'm not saying you're thinking like Brittney Griner, but some of us can be very short-sighted like that. So that we're flying off to a country that has really harsh laws, doing no further research whatsoever. And then we will turn down our rescue, which is that we should think long term, not short term. And so I've run into a lot of amazing brothers. I love you. A lot of amazing sisters, but more so the brothers who are like, oh, I'm good. I'm done with the Black woman. I love her. I'm not going to be with anybody else but her, but I can't find the one. But if you were offered an amazing career opportunity several states away, you would be planning and orchestrating a serious jump over to get that money. Okay. And money is not going to be the long-term satisfaction of who you are as a man. Man, just like woman, family is your strength and your wealth, right? So it's a matter of seeing the separation and yourself a part of it, putting that work in so that you do not believe the devil who's just like, oh, yeah, no, go ahead, smoke that weed, do to be, gay or whatever, or just be in the MGTOW type of thing, be in the red pill type of thing, and just everything's got to be about money, 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 so that these guys are out there trashing single black mothers constantly, and acting as if we're not one people and we're not intricately supposed to work together to get our freedom, right? I know it's not easy. There's nothing about the creator's intention for us that's meant to be like the Haitian people right after their revolution, that we just get to put our feet up and it's just supposed to, the perfect mate is just going to fall in our laps. And we have no work to do whatsoever. We have no self-improvement to do whatsoever. Okay. So this entire gender industry is based on a failed study that disproves scientist theory psychiatrists. Really? Do we need to go through all of this? Do we need to have these people bring out their experts to prove that what you are slicing up children, telling them they're the opposite sex? What? How'd this get started? Because as soon as you allow the gateway, just the words, I want to say them, but at the same time, these dudes are so desperate to keep everybody in prison, that they're making it impossible to say different words when it's in the Bible what it is. Okay. And so that's the gateway. That's why it is considered an abomination in terms of, as soon as you remove the idea that there are rules to perpetuating society, not because the creator is a meanie, then you let in everything. You no longer can say, no, it's not good for you to teach my children that they are just, you're not supposed to be alone in a classroom with my child and you're giving them sex toys. Okay. And you've got books in the library that are just out and out pornography. No. Okay. I'll just keep on going. I don't know what I got on up in here. I wasn't planning on. Let's see. The consumer economy has completely collapsed as a ghost town for holiday shopping everywhere. Okay. That is something that they orchestrated. They brought this. Now, this for me is integral to how they are trying to intensify the warring factions in the unentitled snakes of America and all over the friggin' world, where San Francisco, that I did a share highlighting how they have okayed using lethal force robots on the streets of San Francisco, but here on Zero Hedge, now what? San Francisco is a canary in the coal mine for where wokeism is headed. When I saw that Black Lives Matter explains itself as a transgenderism organization, I was like, it's one of those things where they want to connect us as the poster children of their lunacy, something that is just, it comes from them. I'm not saying that there weren't dysfunctional people amongst us all throughout history, of course, but we knew it was dysfunctional. We had no problem saying, you need some help. Right. And we weren't even about giving help. We were just like that. Nah, you ain't bringing that on up in here. Okay. So this right here, I'm like, how perfect. They're making it seem as if, oh yeah, that's right. Just send those robot lethal things out on the streets of San Francisco. There's nothing but wokeism going on there. And Black Lives Matter, when they see this, they think of black you and me. Black you and me. They don't understand. They never mention how an overwhelming majority of black us want nothing to do with this organization. We like the meme because it's true, right? It's true. And I'll repeat it again. When somebody says cancer victims matter, it doesn't mean that diabetes victims don't matter at all. It's just that they're focusing. Hey, don't forget us. Okay? I know marching ain't gonna cut it, but look at how violent they have this right here. Where, we know these marches, the satanic elites were providing whole pallets of bricks, praying, hoping people would just lose a gasket, right? Like in China. That's where, I'm going to get into China too, right? So yeah, this is all set up because this ain't us. We aren't woke. The critical race theory, they're also throwing that into the wokeism narrative. And we didn't develop that. That was developed by two Harvard white professors. And they just found black people to take credit for it. When I'm sorry, separate. I am not trying to teach racists anything. Why would I go to the KKK and say, you should really think better about how you hate me? Is that going to work? No, this was set up because they want to incite white people and black us, because white people, they don't mind being racist. They'll like pick it up in a heartbeat because they're real easy to fool. That's what the whole KKK was set up by Albert Pike to do. It doesn't teach them anything. It doesn't rescue them. You aren't going to go and see on KKK sites, oh, you know what? We really should do something about that radiation from Fukushima. You aren't going to see that. Okay? And so all of this is just to incite them as a distraction. It's all part of their subterfuge, where they're just going to have little sabotage events all over the friggin' place so nobody could get down to how do we build? How do we build? How does the whole world just heal? So there's real diversity. My king said the other day, I was like, damn, that's so right. In the Biden administration, they have a diversity of color, but it's all one opinion. On all these social media platforms, there's a diversity of different channels that seem successful, but only one opinion is allowed. Okay? So that was that one. I don't know what the heck is up in here. Oh, I could talk about that some other time. Putin signs into law sweeping ban on LGBT propaganda. Good for you, Putin. But Putin ain't saying anything about all the other stuff, right? He knows the Russians know about man-made radiation. I've read the books outlining exactly what happened at Chernobyl. Millions were killed. Hundreds of thousands of children are severely mutated. I don't show you the pictures because it's so horrifying, right? I should, but it's too painful. Okay. So yeah, good for him. They'll allow these leaders to, okay, this is your bailiwick. You could, act like you care about this. Right. But on top of that, Brittney Griner going on into a country that's just like, oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. They were watching her extra, I'm sure. Right? That's that short-sighted thinking where you're not taking in all the data. You're not recognizing that freedom is a responsibility and you must maintain it. You must work for it. Right? Let's see. I don't know what to say. I'm treated worse than Hamas. Fury at Twitter's. Oh, here we go. Now we get on the Elon Musk, because that's also part of my narrative in terms of freedom. And Brittany's coming back here, and everybody is like, oh, she free. She gonna be free. That's wonderful. Like here on Daily Mail, they had a picture that wasn't even current, where she's in prison, and I understand they made her cut all her locks off, right? She's smiling, and they have the title, Brittany smiles finding out that she's been, she's free now. And I'm like, what? For this crap? Hell no. So let's read what this says. I'm treated worse than Hamas. Fury at Twitter's secret blacklist and visibility filtering as new tranche, I don't know how you pronounce that, of files reveal conservatives were marked do not amplify and COVID lockdown skeptics shadow ban. What? This is what white people are doing right now. They're heavy into this, like, since nobody's really falling for the Democrats versus the Republicans narrative anymore. And I'm sure there was an awful lot of people who stayed home, didn't vote, and they don't want that because the devil needs you to keep believing in his hell. That he don't want us to separate. Okay? And so they have this conservatives versus liberals, wokeism versus, conservatives type of stuff, when it's all together. It's all coming from the devil and his system, right? And so Elon Musk on Zero Hedge, let's see if I could even find it. I don't know. But they were presenting him as if he was, no, they don't have it so I could search, I remember. As if he's a hero, and because he's come in and he saved Twitter, and he's, letting everybody know, I stand for freedom. I stand for freedom. Yeah, if you're an idiot, you may think that he stands for freedom, or if you are easily beguiled and fooled by these dudes, you'll think that Brittney Griner is free. She's free. When she will, I don't think, I need to check this, because I was like, I don't think that Brittney has any children whatsoever. And hopefully she never will, because that would be really terrible to raise a child. In my conclusion, my firm conclusion, how friggin' evil to present to your child the concept that the entire other half of humanity is unnecessary, that the man doesn't need to be there, when his role in the family is absolutely pivotal, right? Just like the mother. It is not natural for men to just be goo-gooing and gaga-ing over a little baby. They can be really amazed by their own children. But it is scary to see a man who is as warm and cuddly and extra, just going to be engaging with a baby as a woman. When you see that, you're going to just automatically say something wrong with that dude. Okay? When you see men hanging around little children constantly, something wrong with that dude. Right? And you are real discerning to pick up on that and watch out. Okay, so these roles are very separate. They're beautifully fixated that way on purpose. Even with the homosexual community, they tend to take on the aspect that they swear that they're trying to avoid, because the Most High has set it in stone. This is the balance. There's reasons for these roles, and you can't get away from it. I don't care how many superheroes they portray as gay. We're not going to watch them. Even probably gay people don't watch them. Okay? Because there is an automatic comfort that comes from seeing the man as a hero, as a rescue. I'm not saying women can't be. Oh my goodness gracious. I best be a hero to you. Otherwise, you're in a lot of trouble with that radiation. Okay? But I'm not going to be a feminist hero like I am a replacement for men. Heck no. Okay? So there's just things that happen. Let's see now. I forgot what the heck I came on over here for.
Because I got off on a tangent there. Let me come on over. Let me get the chat room actually, because you family. Ooh, let me get rid of this. Okay. You family, keep me aware of what's going on, and maybe you could let me know what the heck I was talking about. Let's see. Okay. No, 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 no. That's not what I want. Oh, I could do this, and then I could do that, and that'll be real quick. Okay, Brittney and Free. And that's right there. And let me do that. And then do that. Okay. And get the chat. Ooh! It's my brother who hangs the toilet tissue all the wrong way. How you doing, brother Yapo? I didn't mean to say that. You're the one. Of course, you hang it the right way. But anyway, let me get the chat out so I could, hopefully, family, you could tell me what my point was. Let's see now. Going back to the U.S. Okay, never mind. Let me keep on going because I know I'll pick it up because this topic is just huge. Let's see. I could get rid of close this up and go back over here and close that. And I'm treated worse than Hamas. Okay, so we are going to go visit Elon and other stuff that he was saying. Okay, I think this is about. Oh yeah, that's them. They are not. They're just weird folks. Call for investigation in mortality rates as Australia sees death rate spike. This is going to be more of the. Was it the jab? Right? I'll tell you all sorts of things that are just dying in Australia, got not a daggone thing to do with a jab, which is the mangroves, they're dying, the coral reefs, they're dying. Okay. There's all kinds of creatures, the muir birds, stuff that's just off the charts in Australia, because Australia is one of those places that was also harmed by radiation. I'm just letting you know these guys are creating a sabotage, cover for the real reason for the death. All right. And so let's see what I got over here. St. Louis investigates paying reparations. Okay, I could talk about that some other time, but that's just if we don't have control over our sovereignty, this is just a bribe. Okay, it's just a bribe. Let's see. I'm sure. Okay, that was the one that I wanted to save. And what's this one? Oh, this one. Yeah, I'll come back to that. I could get rid of that and that and that. And now I can go over to the mother load of what I need to share with your family. Let's see. All right. Oh, first, I have to share the beautiful comment that our sister Jai Africa. I'm just so grateful for you sisters and brothers. But there's a group of sisters who you are amazing. And you do that research intensely so that you understand and you are done with these devils and the ways that you've researched the radiation and you look up the links that I share. It's inspiring. It's just you, woo, and the brothers. Don't get me wrong, the brothers too. All right, because brother Yapo Yapo, wow, wow, his whole novel Melanin, and centers around the propose a speculative hazard from radiation so that he does a thorough examination of what if white people became black people. Okay, so go buy his novel. We need that entertainment. Entertainment's a wonderful thing. You're not supposed to just be screaming and angry all the time. You're supposed to enjoy yourself, because devil gonna be devil. He ain't gonna change. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of us become operatives. I'm not saying me or you, but these folks up here who will just peddle nonsense. They become that because they're like, look, I'm going to be alive a long time, hopefully. I need some money. And then they'll do whatever. That's sad. It's pathetic because our planet is how you going to make money and you ain't got no planet. All right. You best have the planet be worth more than your money, because it is. All right. And so Sister Jai Africa, she said, I posted the clip of you talking about your book at the end on TikTok, and it got 10,000 views. 10,000. I was like shocked because I don't even have an account on TikTok. All right. I don't recommend getting an account on TikTok, but I'll cover that definitely as we go on. So I thanked her for that. All right. And then she said she came back 12 because listen, 12 hours. After 12 hours, I commented on her share because I'm about taking care of myself first and foremost. I can't be of any service to you if I'm sickly. So I'm going to take care of what I need to. All right. My apologies for all the people who've been sending me links on Instagram. I haven't been able to go over. I haven't even put up any memes lately because I'm like, I need to take care of myself. So I was surprised, but not surprised that they removed the video after that. And I recognize why they did that, because on YouTube, they monitor me heavily. All right. And it's because a sister came here and let them know, because otherwise they would just, be like, okay, she's one of them people who listens to the radical sister, right? Maybe we watch her, maybe we don't. We got only but so much staff who are that friggin' depraved that we're going to read every single comment of everybody who's ever heard of the radical sister. Okay? So when she put this on my channel, though, that's why they went on over to TikTok, which is owned by China. That's what I needed to say. It's owned by a company called ByteDance, which is run completely by the CCP. And I still make a general conclusion that they're the ones who took my channel down. And I'm going to show more data on why that's more than possible. I'm not saying necessarily it is, but more than possible. And so I was just like, wow, it's just, they took it down. And it was the end of this. And where I was talking about the books, there wasn't a moment in there where I was mentioning hurting anybody. I've never done the share where I was like, oh, let's all get our pea shooters. Let's go do something extra. Oh, them pallets, those bricks on those pallets. Start throwing them bricks through them windows. No, I did a share warning people. Don't do that. They want you to do that. Just like in China, they had to push their people. It was so obvious that they were pushing the Chinese people through them lockdowns, and they were building up. They still got the FEMA camps over here, just so you know, but they were building up all of these little trailer parks where it was like cages. I think cages for animals. They would have more room, right? And they were just taking whole bus loads of people off of stuff that they were like, wait a minute, we're not getting any food, but you're worried about us dying from some, contagion. And I can't say much more because of the censorship. Oh my, no, don't tell me in the land of the free, Brittney Griner's coming on home. She gonna be free. They have censorship? What? So I can't tell you all I know. I can't show you all I know. Okay? And so they're picking on the Chinese people, and they finally went, oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. Good for them. That's the only country they got. They got to fight no matter what. We separate. Okay? No, but they started having what they call a white paper revolution because of the heavy censorship. So they have Elon Musk on Zero Hedge, which is owned by some dudes who live in, I don't know, some country. I don't know if it's Belarus, one of them Eastern European countries. And I'm like, what the heck do Eastern European guys care about what's going on with Black you and me? Why they over here like, who's the guy who gave all that? George Soros, right? What does he care about Black people that he got to come over here? But then when you go and you look at him, in his country, and I forgot, I put it in my book, but I forgot which country he was coming from. Okay. But one of them Eastern European countries, you see, he was pushing homosexuality over there too. He can't even go back. He's a war criminal in his own native country. Right? And so they're over here pushing this whole, oh yeah, this is, critical race theory and wokeism and these black people, this, that, and that. It's so zero hedge. It's as racist as I can handle. But they do have a certain caliber of slightly more analytical white person. So a lot of times I'll read the comments. Yeah, because they hide so much data that in order to get new stuff, you got to look around in places you got to hold your nose at the same time, right? Because that place, zero hedge, I know they're a nuclear shill, which is also really funny. Like I said, KKK ain't telling white people the truth. So, right? Because they ain't never seen the nuclear power plant that they don't love, despite all the nuclear physicists and investigators who have revealed that stuff is toxic, whether you have a nuclear accident or not. It is nuclear bombs allowed in every single community that these things are erected to be in. Okay. So I'm just like, what? And so they're out there, they're promoting Elon like he's just like magical man. His SpaceX worked. Right? Is he gone to Mars with it yet? No, because they can't get past the Van Allen belt, which is a gravitational force put on by the entire Earth. Have you ever held in your hands an electromagnet so that it grips on to something? You cannot pull a sucker apart. We're talking the entire planet is an electromagnet of epic proportions. How you gonna get your little pea butt shit past that? Past that? I don't care how pointy it is. It ain't getting past the Van Allen belt. And then you're gonna have just this little space probe that comes on back after you've gone to the moon. Built on technology from the 1960s. Get the hell out of here. Yeah, Brittney Griner's free. She coming back to freedom. She coming back to a place that's going to tell you all the truth, so that you could live an empowered life. Hell no. Okay? So they got Elon Musk. And as you see here, Taiwan doesn't think that Elon is all about freedom to his Twitter account. And Elon has said what he wants to do with Twitter long term is make it one like global social media site. But he even confesses he needs to attract people to come on in. He needs to make it seem appealing. And so that people will think, oh, I'm going to be free with Elon. I'm going to be free, but not with the Taiwanese people, not by the Taiwanese people, because Elon gets a whole lot of bank from China. His Tesla cars are the #1 selling car in China. Now, China has its own electric vehicle, but Elon sell more than that, right? So the Taiwanese have said, oh, no, Elon, you can't buy us, right? No, Elon doesn't want the Taiwanese money because they're just small potatoes for him. China's where he gets all the money. And when he made a statement trying to tell Taiwan, well, it'll be two countries, when obviously that's no longer the case. The Taiwanese know that. They had a demonstration against the increasing China coming in, and they'll just grab people up, take them on over to China for re-education, right? Some of them, you never see them again. And so they know that that's full of crap. Well, but Elon's okay because right after he made that comment, don't you know, China said, okay, we were taxing all of these other US cars, but you get a pass. That increased or lowered the sales rate on his Tesla vehicles by 10 $8,000. That's one heck of a sales price for everybody in China. And so Elon got a kickback, and also they removed the ban on buying from Tesla in the Chinese military. Damn, that's convenient. But they got a white paper revolution going on over there. What's Elon, lover of free speech? What's he doing over there? Hey? So let's see. I got that. What was this one? Okay, that's all of that. All right. And this just goes over Elon Musk plans for Twitter may take inspiration from Chinese super apps. This is where in China, they have WeChat, which is run by Tencent, which is responsible for the firewall that makes sure in 5 seconds flat, they can find our comments, whatever we have to say, whatever truth we have to share, and shut it down. Shut it down. Wishing nobody any harm. Trying to stop genocide. And I'm going to go over that a little bit more too. And in terms of, the place that Elon loves, China. Okay? And what they're doing in terms of genocide. Okay? So let's see. Taiwan to Elon Musk. Our freedom and democracy are not for sale. That's what the president, or whatever the heck her title is, of Taiwan said to Elon. Okay. And this is all recent. This is, October 9th, 2022. So all this stuff, they got us getting all, oh my goodness, what did Ye say? What did Kanye say now? All these distractions. And this is going on. Tencent is sturdy as rock inside China's firewall, right? All those white paper revolution demonstrations, after that was finished, and it looks like it's finished now. And that's also a portion of what I need to share. They went back for the people who were head of those demonstrations, and even just regular people, and they were looking all through their phones, telling them, you got some photos, you got some this, you best get rid of it. You got a VPN, you best get rid of it right now. Okay? And that's the way that the Chinese were managing to get the documentation that they were being severely oppressed out to the world. But China don't want that. They ain't having that, because they've had to make believe, pretend that they've, no more lockdowns, no more nucleic acid tests. Okay? No more of that. They're only pretending, because on the flip side, and this is where, if you are not educated so you could protect your freedom, they'll get you with their beguilement, with the gateway oppression, right? The gateway oppression was the lockdowns. But now China has done with what the friggin' entire one world order wants to do, which is now there's a social credit system completely established based on arbitrary red, green, and yellow certification stickers that'll come up on your phone. Okay. But the Chinese are so tired of being just locked up in their homes. They're like, okay, all right, whatever. Right? Because they're just like, okay, you have a red sticker. You can't go shopping today. You have a green sticker. You can go everywhere. You're free. But nobody's talking about that. Nobody's going over this new, completely draconian social credit system that Elon Musk ain't gonna mention either. Oh, but Britney's free. Britney free. We're all free. No, we're not. We are ailing very badly with these devils at the forefront of our concept of what life is supposed to be. Life is not supposed to be, as I started this saying, you in a walker trying to take one painful step after another because you didn't want to take responsibility when you could have, and you still can. But you didn't want to take responsibility for your addictions. We have an addiction to their money, to their concepts of what's considered acclaim, what's considered success. When I was playing one of my favorite songs today. And it's I have very eclectic taste, so I don't need to mention the song, but I was just like, ooh, on my 130th and something something birthday, when I take my final, like I close my eyes for the final time, I want somebody to play that song and burn me some sage and say, this was a great death. Because I am free. I still have lots to go. But even if I'm poor as dirt, I'm gonna know. I said, devil, get way behind me. Way, way. I'd rather have self-respect than all their friggin' useless money there is. China and Africa don't even want to understand. Is it Ghana? Ghana's now saying we just going to do money, we just going to trade in gold. Okay? So let's see what else, because I got one other thing to share. Okay, right. Why would Elon Musk praise China on internet censorship? Right? So, yeah, this is a lie. It's a lie that Elon is out there and he gonna make Twitter free. Elon Musk writes column for Chinese Censorship Agency's magazine. This is a magazine that's run directly by the CCP. And Elon is up in there going, oh, China is going to be, an economic powerhouse. No, China's a giant Ponzi scheme. There ain't no economic powerhouse. This is just so that they could beguile their masses so they can kill them slowly but surely. Let me go on over to the last data, which is this one right here. This was a share they took down, which is China's going to kick Japan's butt over Fuku water. Right? Now, I'm going to upload this on Rumble. But I just want to go over some of the things real quick I had in here. South Korea considers actions against Japan over plan to release radioactive water. And China also, all right? I was just proving that these dudes are lying. They're lying. They know there's no more radioactive water in those barrels, in those tanks whatsoever. And also, I just recently found out that tritium, because that's how all the whole decade, over a decade now of this Fukushima pummeling our planet with more radiation than you would find in 30,000 Hiroshima bombs. I found out that tritium is probably because it's so low emitting of man-made radiation. It is their ultimate nuclear bomb that they've undercredited on purpose so that everybody, I was hearing, oh, there's tritium water in the tanks. Oh, that sounds like a Star Wars, or not Star Wars, Star Trek episode when James T. Kirk had the little tribbles. I wonder if I need to find that photo. That photo was just excellent. Let's see. James Kirk with Tribble. Was it Tribbett? I don't know. No, not Kurt Franklin. Okay. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, that good. Okay. It's just like little triples. It's just tritium water. So cute. I'm not saying whether they did this on purpose or not. I'm not putting it past them either. They're so evil, right? But at the same time, you just hear it and you kind of glaze over. And that's an effect. Nonetheless, ignorance of the law is not an excuse for breaking it. Okay? So ignorance of radiation, and that was a point I wanted to make. Brittney Griner whether she understands or anybody understands what I'm talking about whatsoever, if the final outcome is the death of everything, then you still got the worst penalty possible. Okay? Just because any one of us don't understand, it's still going to affect us. So me also just going along trying to figure all this out. I only just recently ran across how destructive tritium water is. That is the reason the polar ice caps are melting. That is the reason the weather is crazy as hell. And they developed a whole subterfuge to hide it with, oh, it's global warming. You need to get your, greenhouse gas credits, which is another way that Elon makes money. And because he's got these electric vehicles that are absolutely disastrous to the ecology. Absolutely disastrous. Those lithium batteries. Oh my God. It's not like you could recharge them forever. And then how many of these cars are they building? And then they just get trashed, and they got it wired, so you can't just fix the suckers. Okay? And so these people, they don't care about the planet. They don't care. And so with the tritium water, there's nothing in these tanks. That's what this whole share went over, is that they always keep saying, oh, there's 1,000 tanks with over 1 million gallons or 1 million tons, whatever, of radioactive water. And Japan's going to dump them. But when you keep on doing the research, and this is Veterans Today, I appreciate his work, where he's always showing the amount of radiation that's everywhere is unsustainable for life. Unsustainable. Okay? I think I got to resubscribe to him since they unsubscribed me from his channel. Or they just got rid of my channel altogether. And this one, how can this all be okay when, according to TEPCO, there's double the amount of radiation it was last year? And this was one of the ways I could tell that they watch and listen to my shares carefully, very carefully. Okay? Because after I did this share, TEPCO removed the article from its website where they said themselves it's double the amount of radiation in 1 year. That means it's increasing exponentially because radiation turns everything around it radioactive. Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, Japan's Fukushima cleanup 3 years on, little key work done. Exactly, the whole thing's a rout. It's a rout, and let's see. Nearly all the workers at Fukushima Daiichi plant are devoted to an enormously distracting problem, a still growing amount of contaminated water used to keep the damaged reactors from overheating. The amount has been swelled further by groundwater entering the reactor buildings, and that is that 400 to 500 tons of runoff every single day. Okay. And so this is just I was proven that they keep the same amount of, there it was right there, nearly 1,000 large tanks. And then I was going over the dates, right? Dump over 1 million tons. And it also will say from like 1,000 tanks. There it is, 1,000 tanks. How is it that you could go from, 1, 2 years, 3 years after, and then 5 years later on, it's still 1,000 tanks? Okay. So let's see. Here we go. Japan, more than 6 years after tsunami overwhelmed Fukushima nuclear power plant, Japan has yet to reach a consensus on what to do with 1 million tons of radioactive water stored on site in around, now it's even less, 900 tanks. And this is dated, I think this one was also somewhat recent, but yeah. And this is from 2014. They release groundwater to sea. Okay, all that groundwater that's mixing is going right there. Deteriorating plant threatens mass extinction around the world. How is this just disappeared? If this is a danger, okay, and Fukushima is worse than Chernobyl, and this was on a site, E-News, that they got rid of. They got rid of, and nobody knows what happened to the people who are running E-News. Okay, I have my own theories, but I don't want to put them out there because I don't have any substantiation. So, study Fukushima, the most serious man-made disaster in human history. And here, just to say, it doesn't just cause cancer. Obesity rates now nearly double. Japan average excessive weight gain after nuclear crisis, a marker of radiation brain damage. It causes, you see all them people in the airplanes, and suddenly everybody's going crazy in airplanes. That's because they're flying right through the troposphere. That's where 90% of the radiation from all things nuclear just keeps on circulating. It comes down as rain, but there's tons of it up in there. Okay. And they're flying right straight through it. It hits the frontal lobe because you're flying right straight ahead. And your frontal lobe is your executive decision making center of your brain. Just like when you get drunk, it shuts down the frontal lobe's capacity. So you start doing stupid stuff. Same thing here. Okay. So people no longer have impulse control when they're eating. Okay. So much. Let's see, keep it going. Okay, what was that one? Fukushima, how the ocean became a dumping ground for radioactive waste. The nuclear disaster of Fukushima sent an unprecedented amount of radiation into the Pacific. It does not dilute. Okay, that's one of the lies they put out. Oh, it's going to dilute. No, it doesn't. If it's on one atom basis, deadly. What's going to dilute an atom except a fissioning process? Right? Otherwise, you could boil water on your stove and it would be a nuclear explosion right there. No, that bond between the atoms, just like the Van Allen belt around the planet, is stronger than an electron magnet. Okay? It's not going to break apart unless there's a vast release of magnetic forces commensurate to the force needed to pull it apart. So it's not diluting, it's being absorbed by certain creatures that absorb more concentrations so that it goes up and up and up and up the food chain. And so you got mountain. I was just I should look for it. But yeah, more reports of people being attacked by animals, predator animals who are not stupid and they're looking for food. And so they see us in their communities. And since they used to be able to eat with less risk to themselves, they have an epigenetic understanding of the danger of humans, but they're not caring anymore. And so you got mountain lions, bears, all sorts of predator creatures coming into human habitats and attacking people, even in suburbs. Okay, I've seen deer in my neighborhood. I was like astounded. I thought it was so beautiful. But since I saw that report from the sister, I'm like, you know what? I better keep my eye open, because also our son coming home from work, he heard something growling. He said it didn't sound like a dog. Okay, gratefully he's got his car now so he could drive back and forth from work. But at the same time, stuff is changing. All right. So let's see what else I had on this. Seniors. Oh, yeah, this is how much the Japanese care about their people. And I got a recording to play from this. Seniors sought for frontline radiation cleanup in Japan. They were saying, you're going to die anyway. And so how is that better? How is that better? Notebook concerned half of Japan to be covered in nuclear waste. Those 60 and older should be prepared to die at Fukushima plant fire out of control at reactor number 4. Ain't no fuel in that spent fuel pool. Okay, the NRC said that right out the bat. Fukushima 3. It's time to make a geezer suicide squad. And so I'm just like looking at China. I'm looking at all these distractions. I'm looking at Kanye. I'm looking at Can't Dance Owens, right? Unless it's for white people. I'm looking at all this like, pushing Hitler. What? What? I don't like Hitler, right? And I want to separate. I don't support genocide. Okay? But you're putting Hitler out there like it's just, oh, well, let's throw this at the fan and see if it sticks. You got friggin' transgenders, drag queen story hours. You got books in schools with graphic depictions of what children should not be shown ever. And it's all over the media, all over, because they want us distracted. You can't have a bigger distraction than Satan. Okay? You can't, because he's so despicable, so reprehensible. We best all get to work and say, get thee behind me, Satan. Way behind. Choke on my dust. Okay? And so, yeah, we've exhausted our options when discussing evacuation. So if it was this bad, and this is back in, I don't see the date, but I would imagine this was shortly after the explosion. If it's this bad, then how, oh wait, there's a date, 2012. Okay? How is it when it's doubling every single year? Does China not know? Does the United States not know? Biden's FDA agreed. Oh, here's a dude. Biden's FDA agreed that they're going to ship radiation to the US, and they've already been shipping it to Europe. How's that food safe? Right? Brittney's going to be free. She's going to be free. And we're going to just sort of sit back and say, hey, let the radical sister do it. Let her do it. She let her do all the work. I'm not mad at you, because I understand changing whole systems is very difficult, because the devil's been working on our minds for generations. So when you hear a working class homemaker, you might mistake me for a housewife. Okay? Because my home's this whole planet. So let me play this right here. Oh, hold on a second. I got to turn up. Oh, wait, I hope I'm not making a mistake here, and that this whole thing has been a route. No. Good. Okay. I was worried I had something playing over there that would have just drowned out my voice. Hold on. Okay, I want you to hear how blood-curdlingly psychopathic this dude is. For all, and you swirlers out there swear it's just a black man, right? Or the red pill dudes, the MGTOW dudes. It's just some single black women. Okay? They went beyond the geezers, okay?
For the first hydrogen explosion, TikTok gave out an order or a request to all of these labor dispatching companies, and they said, send us people who don't mind dying.
Now, I just wanted to, I don't remember. Well, yeah, anyway. Send us people who don't mind dying. Okay? So that says that's a situation that is not fixable, at least not with the methods of silence, because the intention is genocide. You don't send food from Fukushima and you're trying to help people. It's deadly on a one atom basis. You don't do that, okay? Senior saw for frontline radiation cleanup in Japan. You think that China and Asia, they know about my little channel, but they don't know about any of this? Of course they do. Of course they do. Okay? And so I'm just saying, yeah, you need this book, but I want to come on over to the chat room first. Let me close up, because I'm done. I said all I need to say. That's a good thing. I just want to close up some tabs. Don't have to keep them now. I had a lot of them up here. And good brother. Let's see. Oh, right. China's 110 police stations. I did want to highlight this. They're all over the world. We made a mistake thinking that it's just in Africa. Okay? No. Full list of China's unofficial police stations around the world. They're called 110, I guess, agencies or whatever. They're all over the place. Matter of fact, let me open this up. Oh, there it is right there. These are the countries that are just popping with 110 agencies, all up here in the United States. Okay. And they will not only just get expatriate Chinese, and they'll monitor what's going on with those of us who are supposed to be free. We're free. With collaboration of those governments, okay, that are supposed to be keeping us free, right? So yeah, that's it. That's it. Let's get rid of that one and this one. And oh, goodness gracious, this is a good one. I need to put this in here. This is a site that's owned by, I don't know if it's owned by this guy, but his name is, let me go on up here, Devraj Rathod. I don't mean anything against the Indian people. Okay. But and as I say, I don't think that this is the guy, but I just wanted you to see when you put the name Devraj Rathod in there, you don't see Black people showing up. Okay. And he owns, whomever he is, the one particular Devraj Rathod, he owns this site, Living Natural Way. Living Natural Way. That's incredible. And he's selling sea moss. You would think an Indian man selling sea moss, since he would want it to go to everybody, even the white people. But his advertisement, this is how I found out about it, because my king sent me an ad with a sister who was saying that she's on so many medications, and the only thing that has helped her is sea moss. And my king did a little share on his Instagram page where he's like just making a joke. He's like, sea moss has 16 vitamins and minerals in it. And then he keeps on going. He says, sea moss has 130 vitamins and minerals in it. Sea moss has 600. It's like, why are they over peddling this sucker that really has a minimal amount of nutrients in it? I'm not saying it doesn't have some stuff, but you are much better off getting alfalfa. This is Oppenheimer's targeted method of making sure that radiation that is being sucked up by seaweed, and sea moss is a seaweed, gets to Black you and me. So much so you even have Indian dudes who know better than to do an advertisement for sea moss if it's not going to feature a Black woman. Whoa. We got work to do to be really free. Really free. Okay? All right. Let me come on over because I miss you. Oh my goodness, I miss you. Let's see now. How do I? Oh, right there. There we go. Okay, let me greet anyone who has come on in, and I'm very grateful for you. You do not have to waste a moment of your time. Your life is precious with me. You don't have to spend it with me, and so I value you. I honor you. Okay? It's not about me. It's about us. It's about us. So, beloved Jarrett Allen, Mayat Speaks, Garvin Wayne, General Mosquito, DSN Productions. I always lose it after a while because I get so happy seeing your names. And I'm always like, okay, I'm going to try not to take too much time, but Mercedes May and Raw Reality and Yappo Yappa. Oh. And Zizza the artist. That queen. Oh, she's such a queen. Black is her happy color. Let's see now. Joe E, do you think the algorithm working for you? Said, hell no. I would even think they got a special algorithm just for my channel. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't have any proof thereof, but there's some things that I'm just like, wait a minute. Because there was one channel I was looking at. I forgot. I was big into watching My 600 Pound Life. And And some of the episodes you can't get unless you pay for them. And I don't want to pay for them. So I went to different channels that had them, like, and they'll try to set it up so that they don't get caught sharing the property of 600-pound life. I honor that that's their property. But I was like, I don't feel like paying for this. And I would go to these channels and start watching them. I left one comment on one channel. Channel was gone within, like, I don't know, 24 hours. And I looked, I said, they're really watching what I do, because I'll see that. I'll leave a comment someplace, and all of a sudden things will change, even on websites. I went to one website, I can't even remember, but I know who runs it, who I know is also an agent. So I won't say anything, because people got to figure some of this stuff out on their own. But I would go to this one website for really wonderful information. And I just did a share showing something that was just, off, that they were sharing. And they blocked me immediately. I was like, wow, okay, so you're listening, even though you never report on what I'm talking about. They would always steadily show the content from different channels and different articles that was from people who I was like, that's an agent. That's someone who was set up to be a substitute for what I'm sharing. Okay. Nobody black. They only show case white people. So yeah, talk about going on. Let's keep going. Greeting you, family. Anyone that I may have missed? Nope, I got everybody. Let's go. Let's get rid of that there. And another one from China Revealed. I'm kind of slowing down on the China thing because I think I wanted to understand the full scope of what's going on, in order, because there was just something deep about it, and I found it. And so I'm kind of slowing down on the China things, because after a while it's like, all right, yeah, you treat your people despicably. How many times do I need the proof that that's what you do? We got to take care of our own black people, right? So let's see what you're saying, Brother Yapo. In 2023, the movie Oppenheimer. Yes. You told me about that. I was shocked. I'm like, damn. And they also got what's his face, who did the JFK movie. I can't remember his name right now. But yeah, he's come out all super pro nuclear with his own documentary. And I'm not Stanley Kubrick, but yeah, he because Stanley's dead, but he's come out with his own movie saying nuclear is fantastic. And I recognize that that is how secretive, how deadly man-made radiation is, because they're bringing out folks who they have been given full reign to expose how duplicitous this society is. And yet they come out now and they're pro-nuclear. That's not remotely possible if you even do 1/700th of the necessary research. You cannot possibly think that nuclear is better than coal, and coal sucks. Coal's awful. Yeah, but we need fuel from something. We could be doing, water. I forget what they call it, but they could use the power of waves in order to generate electricity. And you ever seen some of these storms out in the ocean? They're incredible. I'm not saying that anything they built would withstand that, but still, we could be harnessing that force right there. And so there's plenty of ways to generate electricity that don't involve destroying the only planet we have and killing folks. But these dudes have their hidden agenda, which Oppenheimer confessed. Right? I guess I could find the meme real quick. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I can. Let's see. I could go right up over here. No, I don't want quick access, and I don't want that. No, I can't right there. All right. So you're going to shut down sooner or later, aren't you? Okay, let me come on over here and go here. And try. Now, it's going to take me forever to find Oppenheimer, but Oppenheimer I would have to have that set up already. Oppenheimer had said that we need enough, we need to sabotage the food enough to kill, for 1 million men. And when he said men, he meant, that's just a general term for humanity. But I know he meant specifically black, you and me. Okay. But we need to sabotage enough food to reach 1 million men if we want to kill half that number, 500,000. How you going to make a documentary? And I know this documentary is going to be like, oh, Oppenheimer was a genius. He was a nice one. It was, who was the other guy who I can't remember what his name was right now. I'm drawing a blank on it, but he was considered worse than Oppenheimer. But they're all just the same. They're all Edward Teller. Just remembered. They're all just the same because the first nuclear test bomb was not conducted at Trinity. It was conducted at Port Chicago, and they killed over 200 black men, incinerated them, and then had the nerve to blame them for being incinerated by saying there was a mutiny. There wasn't any mutiny. These was sailors, Navy men. They were being horribly abused, but you see, I'm not calling those brothers that they were Procyon Loters, but I'm just saying that when you're in the military, you're just like, okay, all right, I'm getting out real soon. That's usually what you do. You don't just mutiny against the United States government. Okay. And so, yeah, that was all. These people are nasty as hell. Nasty, nasty. All right. So I think I've said all that I need to say, family. Let me get on out of here. Thank you so much for coming on through. And again, buy Brother Yapu Yapa's book, Melanin. And you'll find that on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. And buy all my books, and actually buy all of Brother Yapa Yapa's, and his queen, Sister Angela Riley, is also a writer, and you can find her books, or not books, but I think she has a series of, just a quick read publications. And what is it? One is called, oh, I can't remember, brother, what her book is called, but you can find her work. And the wonderful thing about it is that it's pro-black, so that you feel fortified, so you are empowered to get that work done when you're not so consumed by these people's atrocious opinions about us, desire for us to feel the worst about ourselves. Then you suddenly can make those strides to doing better. Okay. And so then, or during whatever, because you need the furnace book right now, you need it right now. You can find my books on 25,000 Year Cycle. You could get them also off of Amazon, but on 25,000 Year Cycle, you're going to find incredible savings. All right. And you're also going to find my king, who's having a free Black healing, Black health restoration class again this Sunday. The information is painstaking. It's just, wow. There's very few people. Kindle Vella, I declare love. The Love Times Tamu Tamu Agency, and 356 dates. I love that. Yes, those are all Sister Angela, who is Brother Yapo Yapa's queen. Those are all her works of just pure build us up, build Black better, okay? Take over our narrative. And so, yes, on 25,000yearcycle.net, it's a free Zoom class this Sunday at 11 a.m. Definitely, you need to go, and just because the reason why I'm as healthy as I am is because I met that man. And I met him when he didn't even know, like, maybe 1/4 of what he's learned right now. He's become a certified doctor through ARNA, and he can coordinate with all the other doctors, something that when you go to Western medicine, you're going to get charged super, super extra for going to one of their specialists, and they're never going to give you all the information. ARNA wants to heal you, not market off of you. Okay? So yeah, that's the place. You want to go to the people who are going to set you free. For real, not for fake. So that because they see you like a dollar sign on their bank account. Okay, so that's this Sunday at 11 a.m. And you RSVP by going to 25,000yearcycle.net, not .com. And then you just see it's right there on the page. You scroll down a bit and you RSVP. Okay? All right. I love your family. Oh, this was wonderful. I love sharing real healing, real data with you. But I don't stop it here, because just like Brittney Griner, if we think we are done with these devils, we're in a whole heap of Haitian revolution after trouble, okay? Because Haiti was paying France for, I think they just stopped a couple years ago, okay? And they're still paying because they never forgot about Haiti, and they want that gold and they want that oil, all right? So we got to put that work in. I love you. Peace and blessings, everybody. Straight Black family pride, and we out of this joint. Okay, I never do this just smoothly. So let me go on over here. Let me get this and stop hiding. And peace.